Hi, I'm Hannah Trigwell and this is my custom Flaxwood Rautia. I was approached by Z Distribution, which is a guitar distribution company, and they asked me if I wanted to try out any of the Flaxwood guitars before the show that I was going to do. I was supporting Walk Off the Earth at O2 Brixton. So it was one of the, I think it is actually the biggest show in the UK that I've ever done, and I wanted to try them out because my favourite guy from the Walk Off the Earth band, the guitarist, had one, and I thought it just looked amazing. So I tried them out backstage, and this is the one that fitted me best. These guitars are really unique. They're essentially melted down plant material, and that's what gives it the crazy pattern on the body. The neck is a bolt-on. It just feels like a really good size for my body because I'm quite small. And it's not very heavy either, which works for me on stage. So on the back you can see that it's hollow, and that probably affects the weight of it a lot, making it really light and easy to use on stage. The sound for me, the way that it's a custom for me, is that they added an extra switch on because I was a little bit concerned that with humbuckers I was so used to using my Telecaster and it gave like a really twangy, nice trebly sound. I was a bit concerned that this would be too heavy for the stuff that I was playing on tour, so they've given me an extra switch which basically lets me play with a trebly tone, which is really similar to my Telecaster. So I use this guitar a lot in the recording studio on my upcoming debut album, Red, which fits really well with the colour. But I used it on pretty much every song. So the album's quite a mixture of like dark pop and just really stripped back acoustic stuff. And we were just going to leave it as that. And this one particular song called Without You was just going to be an acoustic track. But I realised that it worked a hell of a lot better with the tones that this was making. So that track is really stripped, but the tones of this really shine through. And that's one of the tracks that's, well, it's one of my favourite tracks from the whole album. So I'd say that the balance between acoustic and electric songs for me is about 50-50 in my live set, but it differs because sometimes when I want to play more upbeat songs, I'll go for this guitar. I use it with a lot of different pedals, so like a looper pedal, an analogizer, all that kind of stuff. So I can create quite a different range of sounds with this guitar, whereas the acoustic's just, you know, one standard sound. So I mostly use plectrums when I play. The fingerpicking stuff I tend to leave just for acoustic guitar, but when I'm playing this guitar I usually use my looper pedal, which is the TC Helicon Voice Live 3, which has like voice effects and looping on there as well. And it means that I can build up a really big sound just with one guitar. I also use an analogizer. My Voice Live 3 pedal has a guitar amp simulation, which is great, but the sound is a little bit too digital for me, so I just use that analogizer pedal to warm things up. And yeah, it makes a whole range of weird noises. I pretty much always use this electric guitar live out of my other electric. So I really like my Fender Telecaster. I've got an American Standard, but it hasn't been set up for such a long time because this guitar just feels perfect for me. So yeah, it's just been in a room for a while getting dusty, and this is the one that comes out and gets the limelight.